Greetings, friends, and brightest blessings. Chloe Valentine here. Having a good morning. Well, I guess it's probably about noon now. But, it's just cold now. A cold front blew through last night, and it went from like 70 degrees to maybe like 45 degrees. And it's really cold. Because I only have this one jacket, I only have this one stupid little blanket, and I'd say stupid little blanket, but it's a very good blanket so far. Not in the future though, because it's cold now. It's cold now. Probably not life-threateningly cold, but cold enough to where like I'm so uncomfortable. But I warm up as I push the cart, you know. Obviously, like, the exercise like keeps me warm, but that doesn't help me like in the dead of night when I'm trying to sleep, like last night, because the cold front hit at about 10:30, and it just dropped, and it dropped a lot, and it dropped super fast, and there was a lot of wind, and there was no rain. There was a few drops of rain, but there was no rain. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I made the worst shelter ever, but like, I know how to make a shelter. I just thought that this was a good idea because 3 of the walls were already made, but no, it was not a good idea. I basically created a wind tunnel that was aimed directly at me as I lay curled on the floor in the fetal position, with this tiny blanket on, and 2 or 3 dresses and like 2 pairs of pajama pants, and was still ice cold. My arm with the metal plates inside and the life-threatening infection, not a pleasant thing to like have against cold ground all night. Like, prior to last night, it's been pretty okay actually. I've been doing like physical therapy exercises. I've actually been here for about an hour doing them. And just trying to, like, you know, work the muscles back in on my bicep and the back of my forearm, and like stretch it in such a way that like when I try to bend it, it like hurts all the way up to my thumb, and it hurts all the way into my neck. So whenever y'all see me doing that, it's because I'm like pulling on my thumb, and it stretches the muscles in my neck. It's super weird. I never knew anything about any of this, but apparently they're all like braided together somehow or other. I don't mess with biology a whole lot. It's interesting, but it's just not as interesting like as other stuff to me. So I've just like never devoted a whole lot of time to, like, especially like the human biology. I have a grasp of anatomy, but it is as far as like the silhouette goes, right? Like, I have a pretty good grasp of anatomy because as an artist, I have a good grasp of figure drawing, let me say. It's not anatomy. I mean, it is anatomy, but like, it's really morphology. But I digress. So, this morning, I get up and I'm freezing and I'm angry. Like, so angry. Because I'm cold and there's no hot coffee, and I can't build a fire because it's daytime and I'm in this parking lot, right? So I get my stuff together and I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna pump it on down the road, right? So I start pumping on down the road, and so I'm on College Parkway, right? And the sidewalk every like 10 feet has a storm gutter that raises up a foot above the concrete of the sidewalk, so you can't walk on the sidewalk if you have any sort of wheeled thing. So mom's trying to walk down Grand Parkway, that's probably not happening, but yeah, don't take your strollers. And then so I walk in the street, but there's construction. There's construction, but it's a parkway, it's not a freeway, so it's like the construction is not like destructive. There's no giant holes in the ground or anything. There's just traffic cones for miles, probably the whole way. And so I'm walking in the construction area. Right? It's the safest thing to do. And so then I find that they also have these little like off-road like woodland path things, but they're paved paths, right? And so I've taken a couple of those. Those are super cool, very, very pretty. They just kind of cut off into the woods a little bit. They just cut off into the trees, and like you can still see the road, but like you're just kind of like off in like a little like like a walking path, a pretty walking path. And so I've taken a couple of those, and then I cut across the street to go the direction I was trying to go, and then I noticed on the side of the street I just crossed from, there's like a sign coming up, right? And I'm just like pushing, and so I'm waiting to see what the sign says, and the sign says Alden Bridge Sports Park, right? And so I'm like, okay, cool. They might have like a grill there. I can cook some food, and but no, they don't, because it's like a little league park. It's not like a sports park like parents. I thought it was like parents come play sports with your kids here at the sports parks, right? Like come do batting practice or whatever, right? But it's like for little league teams and stuff like that. So there's not like grills and stuff, but there is a community garden here, and good job, Alden Bridge Sports Park, for having a big and what looks like fairly successful community garden. It's huge. That's excellent. The one in Montrose was it takes up the entire park, but it's small. It's smaller than this baseball field. And so yeah, very cool to just like stumble upon a park that has a working outlet and water, right? Like from a water fountain, and just it also just happens to have a community garden. That's really cool. And like, no, I'm not gonna go and get vegetables at the community garden. I didn't contribute to it, so I hate this wind. I didn't contribute to it, so I'm not gonna go just take their vegetables. That's not good. That's not a nice thing to do. That's stealing. So not gonna do that. Just going to, take a little bit of charge, take a bit of a rest, because this was a pretty good little push. And I figured I'd film a video while I'm waiting, while I'm relaxing and taking a break. Oh, I found an Estes rocket. It's called Big Bertha. Pretty cool. Super cool. I used to love shooting off Estes rockets. Also, I'm not sure if this was this video or the video before that because I've tried to record this video twice now. And but there's these ravens here. And have y'all ever seen a raven? They're ginormous. They are huge birds. They're very, very big birds. Frighteningly big, in fact, if you're not used to birds. I'm used to grackles. I'm used to the grackles. Back in Montrose, they would come and sit and just like, they would be close. They, animals aren't really bothered by me so much. Especially if they see me a couple times. They tend to, they'll like get closer to me than they will normal humans. So like walk up and eat stuff out of my hands and stuff like that. It's kind of some Disney princess stuff. But it's grackles. Like, there's no blue jays coming to eat nothing out of my hand. But these ravens, they might have. If I had something to eat, they probably would have come and ate with me. But man, they're just so big. There's like 8 of them, and like one of them flew up on the fence for the baseball field and literally just like pecked the metal, like staring at me. And I'm like, okay, bro, like you're stiff. Trust me, I don't want any smoke with you. You are a giant bird. a big bird. Like, I know logically in a fight I could beat the bird, right? I know that in my mind. My heart tells me something completely different. My heart tells me that if that bird flew at me, I would panic and cry and scream and probably flail my one good hand uselessly in front of my face, and the bird would win the fight. And I'm a good fighter. Like, if it's a person, I'm not bad. Let me put it like that. I don't fight anymore. I won't fight anymore. I practice an extremely strict pacifism. Extremely strict. Cannot raise my hand even in my own defense. Like against another person. But I can make them look stupid. And I'm really good at that. But like, if this bird wanted smoke, he's got that. I could not, the fear. And I'm not like afraid of birds. I don't like them. They're not like I say I don't like them. I love birds, actually. I love cool birds. I don't like pet birds. I don't like cockatiels and parrots and stuff like that. Those are the weird ones. Those are the freaky ones. But I think it's also because they spend all their time in a cage. But like this bird, like this raven, if it flew at me, panic, instant panic. And I'm like, I've faced down a bobcat before. Not out here, not this time, no. But like, I've faced down a bobcat before, like camping, like. I didn't do that at the bobcat. But that would have been like the best way to have won like that stare off. Get the fuck out of here. So look, we're at 12 minutes, and I am going to finish recording this video, and then I'm gonna watch it back and make sure I don't look like an idiot, and then I'm gonna push on. I hope to be at 1488 and College Parkway by the end of the day today. If there's something cool between here and there, I might stop there. I stopped here because this place is cool. Because they have a community garden. How awesome is that? Never expected it. And it's like this is I can't imagine this is like a super highly populated area. I haven't seen anyone except for the Parks Department people since I got here. Like there's nobody else at this park but me and the Parks Department. But like, there's a whole community garden. It's beautiful. I might take some pictures to put on my Facebook. So if y'all follow me on this, follow me on Facebook, because I'm gonna have a lot of pictures. I just gotta get used to taking them, because I lived in Montrose for a year, and I didn't just like take pictures like that, right? Like I'm just wandering around like just looking at stuff and remembering it. But if I'm showing other people, it helps to take pictures, right? And I guess that's why people do that, and I don't, because I didn't really have anyone to show stuff to. I didn't really give a shit about what I had going on. Probably still don't. Not humans, anyway. Alright, 14 minutes. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you come back for the next video. Please hit like, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot, because like what happens is that it's all an algorithm thing, right? So the more people like this and the more people subscribe and the more people like watch it, even if you just like remain on it for like 30 seconds, it like bumps me up so that it shows up on more people's stuff. So with that in mind, thank you again. Thank you all for watching. I will see y'all in the next one, or y'all will see me in the next one. Love you guys, and brightest blessings.